What's up, guys? This is Unleaded Logic, Mike Murtis, and a few of you have been asking me to update my video on what my game room / studio looks like, so I figured I'd go ahead and do that. So we're going to start with the back door of the bedroom. This bedroom is up on the second floor of my house. Eventually, once we get our basement finished, all the stuff you see in this room is going to get moved down there because my wife and I are just trying to make an awesome entertainment area downstairs. So for now, this is kind of my upstairs domain till we get it finished. So we'll start up with the top here. You'll see a couple of old Halo 1 action figures. These are embedded in some hobby plastic stuff that I picked up at a comic book store a few years ago. And if we step back here, we will see the this is actually a shoe holder for a door, but I went to a website called Racket Boy and they actually had a pretty cool little demonstration for stuff there. So what I have here is all my console controllers, so Xbox, Dreamcast, PS2, Genesis, Super Nintendo, N64, 360, 3DO, tons of stuff. And we'll take a little turn over here to my wall scrolls, one of them. This happens to be Samurai Champloo. Behind it is a Ergo Proxy one. I'm going up to here. Here is my Dead or Alive Ultimate wall scroll that I got when I used to work at EB Games about 4 or 5 years ago. My Castlevania Chronicles poster, which I got from Japan, which is pretty neat. This is above my closet area here. There's some miscellaneous Halo figures. Jackal from Halo 2, a CQB Spartan, the very first Halo 3 Master Chief Cortana, and the Comic-Con ODST that you've seen in a couple of my videos. And of course this big giant mass of wood here. Wood is kind of the danger zone where I just throw in random crap. As you can see, it's kind of a mess here. Any stuff I get for reviews, I kind of throw it in here until I can get done with it. Nothing too interesting here other than this guy right here is my server. I have 3 160 gigabyte hard drives on there. I run all my music and videos off there. It's kind of the media hub for the house. And let's go over to the other side of the room. This is a frame piece of Halo 2 artwork that's signed, as well as this is another Halo 2 signed frame piece. This light that you see here, I don't have it lit up at the moment, but it is a Halo 2 neon light. The Master Chief you see here is one of the Japanese statues that have come out throughout the years. And this is kind of my display case that used to be pretty much just Halo stuff. But that's kind of migrated into a Final Fantasy case as well, just because I'm running out of room displaying all the stuff that happens to come in. So these are Final Fantasy VII figures, very well detailed. The Cloud on the motorcycle is actually one of my favorites. Here we have miscellaneous Halo 3 figures, some Brutes, some Spartans, Cortana, and Master Chief. Down here we have some more stuff, some miscellaneous Halo stuff. I have some some Halo 3 game fuel, a can of it, a giant can of it, and then a sealed bottle of it. I don't know why I kept it. I just thought it was funny. One of these days maybe I'll pop it open and drink it and see what happens. I'll probably die from some kind of strange Mountain Dew poisoning, so we'll have to make a video when that happens. On the right there is a Halo 2 Comic-Con Master Chief on active camouflage. He's actually pretty old. He's never been opened. He's been sealed in the box for probably, geez, 5 or 6 years. Figure-wise, we got the Arbiter, an ODST, a Jackal who has fallen on his ass, as well as another Jackal behind him, a Hunter, and the Bug. On the bottom we got some more. We got some grunts from Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, the Combat Flood, and some miscellaneous figures from the Halo 2 line. So that's kind of my magic display case there. Here's my fancy light. Now here on the top we got my PSP, we got my DS, and we got my Master Chief bobblehead, which is pretty cool. I got him from a company that I don't quite remember the name at the moment. This is kind of my first area for games here. I got a ton of PS1 titles that were actually given to me by a bunch of friends, which was pretty cool. When I started getting into game collecting, a lot of the Final Fantasies, Parasite Eve, lots of stuff actually, lots of hard to find stuff, which is cool. After this row it kind of switches in the Dreamcast. I got a ton of Dreamcast games, and there's also some miscellaneous Sega CD, Saturn, and I think 3DO stuff too. The small stack, because I don't have room for the shelf, are my DS games. And we'll move on to one of my Halo 2 posters that I've had for a while framed. My WWE Championship belt that I got at WrestleMania 23, I want to say, what it was at Rosemont. Halo 3 poster. And finally another shelf with action figures on the top. Yuffie from Final Fantasy, Dante, the Redfields from Resident Evil series, Marcus from Gears of War, Alucard from Castlevania, Altair from Assassin's Creed, and Tifa from Final Fantasy VII. Now we go down here, and here's the next row of Xbox 360 games. I have, I think, about 60 of them. There's also Xbox games starting here. It goes down to there. Goes down to there. For PS2 titles, some miscellaneous Saturn, Sega CD, PlayStation 1 stuff and long boxes, 3DO, PlayStation 3, and PSP. I kind of got to rush this since I only have 10 minutes. Here is one of the system boxes, or system stands. Got a GameCube, Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, PS1, and down here we have a Sega Genesis with Sega CD and the monstrous 32X. This is one of the centerpieces of the room here in the corner, so I guess it's a corner piece. This is my Sega Saturn Kiosk. It's got some helmets on the top, some artwork, Giant Marcus, Giant Master Chief. But this is the kiosk itself, which is pretty massive. It's hard to get completely in here. But it's got Sonic. This is from like 97, I want to say. I have it rigged up with a little piece here that allows me to power up the unit. It's got a cool little neon light with it. And I got all the switch boxes here plugged into it, which leads me to this stuff here, which you may not be able to see. There is 3DO, Sega Genesis with the power converter from Master System games, in television, Atari 2600. A Famicom system, which is the Japanese version of the Nintendo system, PS2, Xbox, and 64, and an FC Dual that plays NES games and SNES games. We'll go up here really quick and look. We got some more fancy stuff, some Halo stuff, some Golden Hogs, Banshee. There is some rare Comic-Con stuff for Halo 3. The plaque that was given to me for my 5th album release, Halo Uprising poster. Some Bleach figures, some fun stuff here. Miscellaneous SNES and N64 games. And this over here is kind of like my console cartridge collection. So a ton of Super Nintendo games, a boatload of NES games, Genesis games on the right side of there. And on the bottom, which are probably hard to see, a bunch of Atari 2600 and 5200 games. On the right hand side, we have a lot of boxed stuff. Atari, television, NES, I have some Super Nintendo stuff. Some Sega Master System games in the boxes, as long as some Famicom games, that's Castlevania in the front. And some miscellaneous Sega Genesis games in the boxes there. My power amp to my speakers, a Halo the graphic novel poster, Master Chief, Dante, speaker system, and this is kind of my computer setup where I write my music. I have all my synthesizers put away at the moment. 2 widescreen monitors, my speaker system, lighted keyboard. This is my firebox, and that is all the time we have for today, folks. Hope you enjoy the new tour of the studio, and stay tuned because we have some news about a contest we're going to be doing. Peace.